Josh, you're with me. Let's get to our first comment of the day. It comes from Matthew, who says, her answers change every time she's up there. And Karina replies and says she keeps adding to her stories. All right, your sense of how she did on Direct today. She came across to me fairly well today. She was controlled. She sort of seemed to have the right attitude, a little bit more corroboration for her stories. Your take?
I agree with you. I think they definitely did some coaching on that week-long break, and they kind of talked a little bit about how she presents herself, because she does seem to be an entirely different person from, a week or two ago, as far as her emotions and kind of histrionics on the stand. But I think that's all kind of starting to come unwound a little bit under cross-examination. This is really good cross-examination, especially the stuff about the photographs taken directly after these alleged incidents of really severe domestic violence. I think she's having a tough time holding up against that kind of cross-examination.
Yeah, we'll touch on that in a second. She did get a little testy. Our next comment comes from Cindy's. She says she's credible today with this video backup evidence. I'm in awe that Johnny is pursuing this case against her. He must not have remembered his own antics. This is silly at this point, has them both ruining their images. All right, so there's someone who believes that that corroboration is coming across strongly. And as we said, we both agree that might be the case. But again, that cross, there's a little bit of testiness there, which I think started off okay, but then I thought it got a little too contentious, and you saw some of what Amber Heard might be about.
Yeah, I'm thinking too about that, the questioning about, did she donate the money to charity, or has she pledged it? And she kept on sticking with her line that it was a pledge, that it was a pledge. And she dug her heels in so much that I think she's starting to look like she's not being honest certainly with the lawyer, but certainly also with the jurors. Jurors can see through that, and they can tell the difference between a pledge and a donation. And if they think that you're just digging your heels into your own kind of PR position, they're not going to look too kindly on it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, just parsing between, what donated means versus pledged. Obviously, on redirect, they're going to come across and give her the opportunity to describe it. But I thought Camille Vasquez did a great job of sort of boxing her in, not letting her give her full explanation to the question. So I thought that went well for them there. Our next comment comes from Rachel. She says she's improved somewhat, getting a bit smug, though. And I think that goes to what you're talking about there, Josh, the idea that when she was going through the parsing of those words, there was a smugness that came across that, again, when I watch it, I'm thinking of what she might be like in an argument with Johnny Depp, right? That's kind of what you're looking for there. And what do you see?
Yeah, I think that what we're getting is a person who doesn't get questioned a lot in her normal life. I think she says something and people believe it, and she tells people to, go get me another cocktail, and people go get it. So this isn't somebody who's used to being under this kind of cross-examination from someone who's showing her very little respect. And I don't mean that the attorney's being disrespectful, but this attorney is not letting her get away with anything, and she is going after her like somebody who's lying to her. And I think that's why we're starting to see this attitude develop out of Heard.
Do you think they've done enough so far? I mean, obviously they have about another day or so to deal with her. They have a certain amount of time that they can deal with her. Do you think they've done enough thus far to really undercut her credibility?
I don't know if I'd say it's enough. Certainly, if I'm on the debt team, I would say we need to do more. But they've come out of the gate swinging, and they've connected on a couple of these questions, especially the stuff, like I said, dealing with those pictures. That doesn't look like somebody who got beaten in the face the way that she describes.
Yeah, certainly a good day for them anyway. All right, thanks to Rachel Frazee and Josh Ritter for being with me tonight.